match most Corki in that mid lane, since Corki does scale very well. And then, of course, it does kind of match the rest of the SlaughterHouse composition, where they are kind of just kiting back a little with the Ezreal, with the Karma. Very good picks at kiting back. And then when you combine that with the Trundle Pillar, when you combine that with the Oranhorn, it is just a nice recipe for running away from any sort of potential danger.
Something else that's a nice recipe is Aphelios Thresh, which is a nice recipe for 200 years of champion design and 200 years of we are going to destroy you. Aphelios Thresh into the Ezreal Karma, two strong lanes. How do we really see this matchup going though?
I honestly think the Ezreal Karma should have a fine time bullying them out early with the double poke. The Karma here for SlaughterHouse does, of course, have to be careful. If Painmaker gets hit by any hooks during this laning phase, it might just be curtains for him, since Karma not exactly known for being the tankiest of picks, unless you're a tank top lane Karma player, in which case many top laner players don't have very kind words to say about you.
No, they really don't. But then again, I think they'd rather play into a Karma than the likes of the Vayne and the Quinn and a few other top lane champions. Maybe, you know what, let's throw Darius in there as well. I believe all top lanes hate Darius. I don't know. I'm a support player.
Okay, when I do get autofill top lane, I always pick Quinn, and when I see the enemy pick Darius, I'm like, yes. Because I want to make that Darius suffer, because he makes everyone else suffer in lane, but now he has to suffer. The Darius players are always like, I'm being bullied by a Quinn.
You say as a person who's playing Quinn, yes.
Hey, I'm an 80 carry player being autofill top. I'm going to play a marksman. Either way, though, I mean, getting back to the draft here, do you have any thoughts yourself about this draft here, Milky?
Well, remembering that the Nico and Sivir aren't Nikos and Sivir, it is a Volibear and... I'm trying to remember. Kindred, there we go. Okay, to be honest, I look over to the side of SlaughterHouse, and I think that they have drafted themselves a really nice draft. It's a standard draft, isn't it? You know, 5v5, we want to team fight. We've got all Orianna, we've got the Shockwave and the Call of the Forge God. And I do really like the composition that they have. What's the term for it? It's easily executable.
For sure, especially when you look at Meme City Esports here, I feel they have triple marksman here. Basically, all their damage is going to be coming from that. Even though, I mean, actually AFK, he is going to do some decent damage on the Volibear, especially if he wants to go press the attack or conquer with the Triforce Rush in that top lane, which I wouldn't be too surprised by. However, though, Peanut Fan, Re-10, and Spinning Axes all on marksman here, so I think if you're SlaughterHouse Academy here, you're going to have to go to the Rabbi of Tabais and buy up some of those damage reduction boots.
Yeah, and I do think the Tabais will probably be a good pickup from SlaughterHouse, but I want to take a look more in depth. I want to take a look at how these 5v5 team fights are going to pan out, because despite the Trundle being picked fairly early on in the draft, I do think it's going to be quite big, especially into this Volibear, just because we've talked about how Volibear has issues, you know, really getting on to the enemy team. And I do think with that, with the Frozen Pillar, it will be able to buy SlaughterHouse some time to kind of kite around to poke down Meme City before going in for the full engage.
And that's not even accounting for the subjugation here, Milky, because I mean, there's only one real target you're going to be hitting with that Trundle ultimate the entire game, and that's actually AFK on this Volibear. This Volibear, every time he wants to go and just gets hit by that, then all of a sudden, this super tanky Volibear, kind of looking a bit like a squishy Nando.
Well, he might be... Wait, hang on a second. A squishy Nando?
Yeah. Does that have a different meaning in England? I don't know.
Okay, so, like, when I hear Nando, I think of the food chain restaurant.
Wait, there's a food chain named Nando's?
It's amazing. It is the thing over here in the UK. People go crazy for Nando's. Essentially, they make, like, grilled chicken.
That sounds about right.
That's their thing.
If I could actually picture a UK fast food chain, it would be named Nando's.
It's not fast food chain.
Or Crimpty Biscuits, McGee.
Did you just say Crimpty Biscuits McGee?
Yeah. That's a very
Wow.
English-sounding restaurant name.
Yeah, very English sounding. Oh, yes. Definitely. Over here in Britain, this is what we eat. We have a crimpy, crumpy biscuits every day with some tea. And then, you know, we go have a nice afternoon with the Queen and Her Royal Highness. Okay, I'm offended by that, Gofrino. Wow.
It's okay. You can
attacked.
crack some America jokes at me during the cast.
Oh, don't you worry. My mind is spinning right now. It's thinking of every single way. I have plenty of stuff for you. However, we are going to be getting ready. SlaughterHouse Academy taking on Meme City Esports week 2 of the playoffs here in the Upsurge Contenders League. It's going to be big. SlaughterHouse Academy, they came into playoffs undefeated, but they did lose back in week 1 of playoffs. We're going to be back with game 1 after a quick break and an advert from our sponsors over at Sector 6.
Started with a vision of quality, a vision of uniformity.
We took the time to create something familiar yet refreshing, something with a bit of change.
Designed to fit any brand's unique vision.
It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we make our way onto the Rift for Game 1 of the night. The Upsurge Contenders League Playoffs Week 2. SlaughterHouse Academy over on the blue side of Meme City over on the red side. Gofrino, we've had a little bit of time to take a look at the drafts, but go on, break it down for me a little bit.
These are drafts. No, but I feel like we kind of went over them pretty decently in Champion Select here, Milky, where, I mean, SlaughterHouse, they have a very nice composition for kiting back, whereas Meme City Esports, they kind of have a bit of a hike back composition too, with the Aphelios, with the Corki, with the Kindred. Like, all of those picks, they don't exactly go in. They kind of prefer the enemies coming towards them, so to speak. And it might make for some kind of interesting team fights here, because neither team is really wanting to run full on into each other. So I'm kind of curious to see if we're going to see, you know, a little bit of a Mexican standoff sort of dealio when it comes to team fights.
It's a Mexican standoff when you have 3 participants.
Who knows? Maybe there's a third force at work here. Maybe the dragons. Dragon RNG is the third person.
There you go. Oh, Baron to win the fight. Let's go. Everyone dies, the Baron will survive. But I don't know. I guess time will tell. Both the junglers will be starting on the bottom side of the map, so maybe we will be seeing some early ganks towards that top side. And, well, for the side of Meme City, if they can get some early kills onto actually AFK, that would be pretty good for the bear.
It would open up a pretty nice split push threat, honestly. But on the other side, if you're able to get Valley some kills in the top lane, hey, that's just going to help deal with said split push threat here. It's just going to be something we're going to have to wait and see what happens as Painmaker. Thought he had level 2 there while he's strutting up. I was like, this is really quick, but it was just the empowered mantra Q.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit as well about this bot lane, the fact that Rock Boom and Painmaker, well, Painmaker will be dishing out a bit of her pain with those Mantra Soul Flares, and that's exactly what they're trying to do, just to get a little bit of an early lead.
So, question, Milky. If Thresh is passive, lets him collect souls, and you throw a soul flare from Karma at Thresh, did you help him stack his passive?
No, because it's a soul flare, so it's on fire. So he doesn't get the soul because it's on fire.
Yeah, this is the
Thresh doesn't want burnt souls, okay? Those are no good.
This is Cowboy Thresh, okay? Like, he's on fire. Look at him. Well, when directed cam goes to
Peanut is on the top side. He's taking a look for Valley, who will be able to get out with the searing charge, and you know, just having a little bit of a look-see currently.
He's gonna help actually AFK just push up this lane here, get some prio. It does mean though, if we take a look at the bot side here, that Chiv and Painmaker were able to scout out the bottom jungle. It'll see no camps were available. It helped them secure this bottom scuttle. So nothing too much here fished up in the end. Just a little bit of information and top line prio.
But I do really like this from the side of Meme City. They knew where the Kindred mark was going to be. They look towards the top side. 3 of them, they converge on the Scuttle Crab, and they pick it up. Job's a good one.
That's always a feel good, especially as Kindred. Getting that early mark, like, because I can tell you from Kindreds I've played with, Re-10.
Those Orianna attacks are doing a fair bit of damage, but the Valkyrie will take a Re-10 out to safety. Still no kills just yet. The gold very even, and maybe go Frino if you do want to see a fight. We will have to wait that 1 minute when the Mountain Drake will spawn.
Ooh, and that'll be kind of interesting. I mean, it will matter a lot more for SlaughterHouse. Painmaker.
Yeah, and the focus resolve will lock her down. Afternoon. The autos come through. He'll buy some time. Rock Boom picks up first blood.
And that is kind of a huge deal here for this Ezreal. He's already back, so has the Doran's Blade. However, getting that first blood, it gives him that extra bit of cash. It means if he wants to, he can back and get a tier here and still have, like, relatively an evenish amount of AD because he has the Doran's, because he has the Cole. Rock Boom might not be over yet.
Oh, the flash forward, focus resolve, forces the flash away from its spinning axes, will be able to survive, but low on HP. Top lane, bit of a trader coming through, but it's just the classic wet noodle fight.
Just 2 big boys slapping each other. Valley technically going to come out on top in the long con thanks to Graf's procs. You know, giving
Ooh,
him
death sentence. Arcane Shift follows the flay. Afternoon gets the kill. That was a beautiful interaction that we saw there. I think that was about just a crazy interaction. Spinning axes. What a death sentence.
And because of that, it's gonna give the Meme City Esports squad access to this early Earth Dragon here. And boy, oh boy, Rockboom was he playing a little too cocky there. Very sure of himself, like, spinning axis has no flash, it got first blood, I'm hot stuff. Then you get hit by that Gravitum root, then you get hit by the hook, then you're not so hot.
All I'm going to say is I don't think Rockboom was playing cocky. I think he was playing a little bit rocky. Yeah? You get me?
That's why you play-by-play.
That is, yeah, and there's going to be plenty more of these coming your way, and I'm sure all of our viewers are going to be so delighted to hear that.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's just a requirement for play-by-plays to know how to do cheesy puns on spot.
These aren't cheesy, these are awesome, okay? But back when I was at university, my friend used to write some songs and just put music over it. He made one song which was me, and it was called a puntastic, a bohemian puntasy, or it was something really weird, and it was just loads of puns thrown into 3 minutes of music. It was the greatest thing that's ever been made.
That sounds like a very divisive song, because there's the horn.
The horn comes through, but the Forge God will be of no help. But Peanut, once again, the red buff gets the smite and will be able to take the lantern out to safety. And I tell you what, Gofrino, Meme City look absolutely clean. Every time they take a fight, they're able to get something with their kills, with these resources.
And that is a very nice deal here for this Kindred. It's always a good sign for your team if your Kindred is able to get that counter jungling off Valley.
The clapping, the shield comes down. Actually, AFK, well, it's actually pretty close. And here we go again. The focus of resolve comes through. This is a 3v3. The damage coming out onto Painmaker. Ignite, taking Painmaker, dashing away. Oh, Peanut picks up the kill. And now the Lamb's Respite comes down. Level 6 for Peanut. They look for a Rockboom. No Gravitum as a Thresh goes low. And now a Shiver wants to turn things back around. But the Corki is down. Re-10. Does he have the Valkyrie available? Phosphorus Bomb comes down. Rockboom taking a lot of damage. The autos are in. Re picks up the kill.
That was so unfortunate if you're a SlaughterHouse fan there, because you could see it in Rockboom and Shiv there when they're going for that re-engage. They're like, yeah, man, we got our mid laner coming. When Physic is here, we'll be able to completely stump the competition. Then all of a sudden, it's like, then Re-10 gets there first, and you're like, oh, no. But by then, it's too late.
Well,
that's 2 easy kills picked up in this bot lane by 2 of these marksmen, actually, for the MCE composition.
And we just caught a little glimpse as well on the top side of the map. Actually, AFK using the Stormbringer to disable the tower and will allow him to pick up a 1 turret plate. But the TP now getting channeled in from behind. And Shiv is on the way down. Actually, AFK, can he actually get out of this? It's going to be tricky. The Frozen Domain comes through. Sky Splitter in, but actually taking so much damage. Just getting slapped to a pulp. The jump comes in. Shiv picks up the kill.
Oh, and that was a beautiful TP from Valley and a beautiful gank setup by Shiv there, recognizing this Volibear. He had no Stormbringer. He had no flash. We actually saw a Shiv hovering around in that river just in case actually AFK wanted to try and take the long route down through the enemy jungle and escape through river. I really like that coming out from this Trundle because he didn't have to go up immediately. He already had Valley behind him, and once it was shown that actually AFK was trying to go back up through the lane, that's when he committed, and it looks like it's gonna net them this Rift Herald for their troubles, and honestly, that's very good for SlaughterHouse.
Yeah, this Rift Herald could just get dropped at top or mid, maybe straight away. However, actually AFK now back into the lane. Painmaker looking aggressive. Soul Flare comes down, and just a bit of poke onto spinning axes.
Hey, that poke is always nice on this Phelios. He shouldn't have too many stacks of the Legend Bloodline right now. Granted, he does have the Severum up, and that is going to help him heal up just a little bit.
Just a teensy-wincy little bit, and I'm sure Spinning Axes will be very upset that he has no kills. 0, 0, and 3. He's playing the assist game. He's enjoying that support life.
Hey, he's got 100% KP, and honestly, you'll as an 80 carry player myself, when I look at that sort of KDA, I'm fine with it. Like, my enemy opponent, he has 2 deaths. Sure, he has 1 kill, but my assists make up for it. And because my enemy has died 2 times and I haven't, that's just going to net me, a little bit of an experience lead and net me a bit of a potential CS lead too, as these top laners still going back and forth at it constantly.
Go for it, though. Can I get you in my solo queue games? An
Like
ADC
as a
who's like
caster?
happy, who like realizes, look, it's fine. I'm ahead of the enemy ADC. I don't need this gold. You really aren't greedy, are you at all?
Here's the problem though, Milky. You play EU West, I play NA. It's like in Romeo and Juliet when we're in different houses and just fated to never see each other. Granted, little less murderous in terms of intent, at least.
Oh, I don't know about that. So is this what happens like when Juliet says, "Where art thou, Romeo?" It comes through in like 160 ms ping. It's like, "Where art thou, Romeo?" However, the package comes through, catching our physic of flash away. Peanut on the chase. Shockwave comes in by some time, not enough. Peanut picks up the kill.
And that is a beautiful pickup.
However, the fight that is still going. The Lamb's Respite comes down into the Flay Shiver going in. The Dance of Arrows away. It's the afternoon going down low as outcomes of Moonlight Vigil. It's the afternoon will get taken out as Rock Club Boom finds the order. But now Spinning Axes throwing out the Chakrams finds another. Now Painmaker might be taking a bit of pain, but no, Re10 decides against going for the kill. And instead, Meme City, they look towards the ocean.
And it's a trade of 2 for 1 there. Spinning Axis does finally get his first kill. And also that is going to get him the second dragon of this game. Looks like it's even going to be an Infernal Soul this game too. So when you look at this triple 80 carry comp, you think, I kind of don't want them having 2 Infernal Dragons and the Infernal Soul. Ooh, boy, like, you might be in for a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, you might be indeed. That's a lot of damage that can be coming out on a team that already will be having a very high damage output. And Spinning Axis, he's got his first kill of the game. It's just actually AFK, who's been left on this top lane island all by himself, feeling very sad. He's had no kill participation so far.
What's a man to do? Like, that is just with the top lane life, didn't have teleport to join that fight, and so actually AFK just stuck in that top lane, just slapping away against Valley. Valley's just like hitting away with the hammer. It's just like bonk bonk versus slap slap. Big
All
epic
I'm going
fights.
to say is, if there are any Persona 4 fans out there, I think actually AFK is having an unbearable time.
Is that a Persona 4 reference?
Yeah.
I never played
Persona
the
4
game,
fans will get that. Anyway, Painmaker getting a caught out. Oh, he's absolutely deleted. Re10 gets his second kill, and Meme City, they're starting to run away with the game.
Oh my.
Okay, that is too much damage. Flash forward, Spinning Axis gets the kill. Will he get taken down? No, he just survives. That was as close as you like.
What? Spinning Axis should have died to the tower there. Hold on, I need to check. Does he have Triumph? Does this cheeky guy have Triumph? No, he does not. So
I didn't see the heal.
No, he did not use heal. That's still on cooldown. So it might have actually just been level up heal. Either way, though, that
actually,
is another...
AFK is that was an interesting trade to take, but he will be able to escape from it with his life. Shelly charging in the mid lane as Chiv just looking to try to steal some CS away from Peanut Fan, although he's currently finding himself 10 CS down.
Oh, Chiv's behind enemy lines.
Oh my god, that's so much damage onto actually.
Okay, Shiv able to get out with that blast cone. I thought Shiv was a little bit of a dead man there, but this is going to force out the recall here from actually AFK. I wonder if Shiv is going to be that little cheeky fellow in the jungle and try and stop that. Doesn't look like that'll be the case. Just force out the TP from this big boy volley.
Re10 just, throwing out some phosphorus and bombs, just trying to find a little bit of poke, show who's a boss in the mid lane, and well, he's having a very good time with things so far. 2-0-1, and once that Triforce does come in, he's going to start to become more and more of a menace.
Yeah, because Corki with Triforce is really nasty, but when you combine a Man Immune with that, that's nasty too. I can't quite remember if his rockets procket from his ultimate. That's something I need to check up later in terms of interactions, but if they do, that is actually really nasty for poke.
Well, 7 kills on the side of Meme City currently. No turrets have been taken just yet, but we are past the point of a turret plate, so it'll be that little bit easier now for, well, we would assume Meme City to get their first turret of the game. But so far, Meme City, they're doing a decent job, but then again, SlaughterHouse, they are having a good time in the top lane.
Here's Peanut Fan. We might see a little bit of action in the spot lane, but with how far back these two are, doesn't look like it, sadly.
Actually, AFK trying to take a trade, but he just gets traded right back. He's playing aggressively. The Stormbringer, oh, pardon me, the Sky Splitter comes down, but Valley just doesn't care. The Clapping comes in, and here comes a Shiv to the rescue. Pillar of Ice that flash away from actually.
Oh my, and this double pillar comp with Valley and Shiv is actually going to kind of suck a little if you're actually AFK.
No.
Here's the dive.
Sky Splitter by Summertime, but Valley just gets the kill and charges right out. First turret has been picked up by Meme City in the bottom laners. Spinning Axes, he's just 1v2ing. That is disgusting. And we do have the second Rift Herald up. SlaughterHouse are looking for it, but it might just be the trade of objectives.
Oh my, and this is such nasty damage from this Aphelios, who has snowballed a very decent amount here already. 2-0 and 3, has that bounty, has that finished IE, and that is a very respectable power spike if you are that Aphelios. Sure, you are going to really come online once you get that IE, once you get a Zeal item to back it up, but even just now, like, you still have the damage. It's just a matter of you don't have as many attacks, but hey, you know what? You still have the damage.
To be honest, I'm surprised the gold is as close as it currently is. The biggest difference is in that mid lane re-10, sitting at almost 1k gold up on Physic. Rift Herald was picked up by Chiv, but Meme City now looking to secure their first Infernal Drake.
And honestly, if they get this, that's going to be a bit of a scary proposition, since we haven't really seen much of a contest for these dragons all game. Sure, in the previous 2-ish instances, there were some nice picks out by Meme City beforehand, but I mean, SlaughterHouse, you got to contest these dragons. It is Season 10. These dragons mean a hell of a lot.
Yep. They do indeed. The package comes through Meme City, just looking to crash in the mid lane. Maybe get their second turret of the game. The True Shot Barrage is coming down. We'll get some nicer poke on to Peanut Fan and Re10. But Meme City, they're done. They're just going to back off for now.
Still, though, it's kind of scary when the team with the triple marksman is ahead like this in dragons and somewhat in gold. Painmaker.
Okay. And there's the damage. Peanut Fan goes in the Shockwave. Lamb's Respite buying some time. The Lantern will not be denied by the Pillar. Call of the Forge God comes through. The Clapping on to Re10. A charger forward. Peanut Fan. No flash, but he's able to hop over the wall. And the Thresh on the back foot. But Valley stepping up. They're looking for a potential chase onto the Volley Bear. But actually, AFK can back out. Just the one kill then going the way of SlaughterHouse Academy.
Rift Herald does also go down. Oh, wait, no, that went down earlier. My bad. Either way, though, very nice pick off there onto that mid laner who did have that little shutdown bonus. Sure, your tank top laner gets it and not the Orianna or the Ezreal, but you'll still take that here, and it is going to give them access. Let them get their first tower of the game. Let them get a bunch of damage and, in fact, take down this mid lane turret. So that one kill really helped open up the map here a decent amount for SlaughterHouse.
Yeah, and it's the first real mistake that Meme City have made. All of the other mistakes that they've made is, sure, maybe they've given away a kill, but there was nothing serious. This time, there are 2 turrets that fall, and Meme City will not be happy with that. It brings SlaughterHouse back into this game just a tiny bit, and starting to look like more of a threat. And we talked about in the draft as well, how good this comp is in the 5v5 fights.
God, yeah, and we still haven't really seen any full 5-on-5 fights yet. We've seen very large skirmishes, even a 4 versus 4 in that last one, I believe. Granted, it was very spread out. So once we get to those later game team fights here, once all these carries have their 2-item spikes, have their 3-item spikes, these are going to be some very, very big damage fights that we are going to be seeing, Milky, and I think that is going to be a bit of a play-by-play delight there.
Oh, I'm going to have loads of fun, I am sure.
I can hear you licking your lips.
I was about to make some licking lip sounds, and then I thought, no, that's too inappropriate even for me.
That's
I
because
just
when
wanna-
you lick your lips into mic, it just always comes out weird, like you can't do
you
that.
weren't supposed to do
Not
it.
come off weird. Hey, you gotta give your audience a nice
Night
frame
can
of
we just
reference.
mute Gopherino? I think he needs a timeout. Timeout. Okay. In all seriousness, though, why does seriousness, in all seriousness, that word always tongue twists me. I should just not say it, but I keep on trying. Never mind. In all seriousness, I'm just gonna stop. I can't think of a synonym for it now. But to be serious, I want to take a look at the itemization because Physic has completed his Seraph's Embrace. That is now online. And Rockboom has his 2-item powers. Like, he's gone for the Iceborne Gauntlet.
And obviously, Rock Boom, you want to see him get a little bit more stacks since that isn't a fully stacked man immune yet. That was also the
He didn't get
about
a
to
charge.
expire. Yeah,
Yep.
that Rift Shroud, it was about to expire on Shiv, so he just kind of did the Hail Mary drop. Sadly, it doesn't work out for SlaughterHouse and the boys. Still, though, they tried.
I mean, they dropped the Rift Herald and then they just left it. I mean, what do you expect to happen? Like,
They pushed it up a little. Like,
they
at least-
abandoned it. You have to treat the Rift Herald like your own offspring. You don't get offspring and then you're like, all right, you do your thing. I'm off. Have fun. You got to treat it. You got to allow your baby to rush headfirst into a tower.
That's true, yeah. You do have to, like, at least raise your baby to maybe reading comprehension levels before you let it out into the world. It varies depending on who you ask in the parenting scene. Some believe in the no raising metagame. Some believe in the heavy raising metagame. It is very hotly up for debate. However, Ornhorn...
Oh, but the death sentence will deny the knockback. Out comes the Moonlight Vigil, and that's Valley gonna get taken down. A big shockwave, big. Lamb's Respite though by some time. Physics on the back foot is actually chasing it down, but Physics now looking to turn things around. A 2-4-1 in favor of Meme City, and they're looking for the Infernal. It's the Infernal Soul, and it has been picked up.
Another 2-for-1 in the favor of Meme City Esports. And they get the Infernal. So, like, I was talking about this earlier, Milky. Like, this is going to be such a scary thing to deal with. And now we are in that end game scenario where these carries, they have that Infernal. So they have this double Infernal. And good lord, they should have some astronomical attack damage values.
How are we talking about right now, the end game, when we're 22 minutes... Okay, 23 minutes into the game.
Well, it's going to start feeling a lot more like the end game once you start getting hit by that double Infernal. Once you start getting hit by that Infernal Soul proc here, like, you can't just discount that in fights when you have all this DPS coming out.
Okay, you mentioned endgame. Has it been long enough for me to give out endgame spoilers in, like, puns and memes? Or is that, socially unacceptable?
This is the caster test, so I think everything's acceptable. I think we should start talking about religion and politics here. I can't see any controversy arising from that.
I can't stop you from doing whatever you want to do, Gopherino, but I shall not be partaking. I have seen firsthand what happens when people toe the line inappropriately. So I shall abstain.
You're saying I can't talk about controversial things here on the desk in public?
I can't stop you, but I will not be partaking. That's all I'm saying. It's the afternoon, almost getting caught out. Call of the Forge God coming in. Actually, AFK, he doesn't want to partake in the fight, but Veli is just going right in. It's actually just drops down on all fours and runs for the hills, or runs for a brush where nobody can see him.
Keep in mind, though, Valley, he did commit the ultimate. He did commit the flash. This is the Baron startup from Meme City, and both top lanes teleporting.
The TPs come in. Flay finds her to the boxer, gets her, drop her as the Physic takes a fair bit of damage. Painmaker just taking so much spinning axes with the flamethrower, finding so much. Moonlight Vigil picks up the double kill. It's a 2-4-0 in favor of Meme City. Actually goes down, making it a 2-4-1. Lamb's Respite has been dropped. A Rock Boom, Shiv, and Physic are looking for something, but the Baron has been denied, and maybe That is a successful fight for SlaughterHouse, but Meme City, I don't think they're done yet. They're still going to look towards the Baron as we do head into a pause.
Oh, at least it comes after the fight here. Like, the pauses that always come mid-fight are the worst, in my opinion. It's like, oh man, they're going in. Pause, and you're like, cool. And then you unpause and you have to somehow continue that hype after like a minute's of downtime. Either way, though, very quick pause. Peanut fan.
Going in, looking for the damage, flash over the wall, he's going all in, he takes the turret shot, gets taken down, Rock Boom with the shutdown as Peanut fan, well, he got peanuts for that.
I don't think he even got peanuts there.
No,
like,
he didn't, no.
He just went over the wall and died there. Wasn't he able to pick up Rock Boom? I appreciate the aggression there. However, heavily backfiring, gives over a shutdown, makes the fight overall even, and gives up any pressure you had over the Baron for at least the time being.
11 kills to 8. Meme City in the driving seat. They're 1k up. They've got the Infernal Soul. And while their Baron plans may have been thwarted, the game should still be theirs with appropriate play.
With appropriate play, indeed, since they are in firm control of this game. They do have the scaling advantage. They do have the dragon advantage, the solo advantage. Like, this game is looking pretty for them, but there is always the potential of a slip up here that might cost them the game, since by no means is SlaughterHouse out of this.
No, they are not indeed. And, for SlaughterHouse, again, we talked about how they have this team composition for the 5v5 team fights. Is that the way back in for them?
That's what they should be aiming for here. It's just, we saw in that one dragon fight where they had that massive all-in. Valley, this huge frontliner, went in, immediately got shredded by the backline carries of Meme City Esports. I keep wanting to say My Chemical Romance, because every time I see MC, I'm like,
what?
Ah, yes, My Chemical Romance. But still, though, like, if your tankiest member gets instantly shredded, what does that say about the Baron? What does that say about any potential team fights that come up?
Well, I think what it says about the Baron is, poof, and the Baron disappeared. Okay, that is a package. Re-10. The damage comes through, but they're looking for more. Valley is the next focus. Re-10 almost gets taken down. Two-shot barrage finds the snipe. It's a 1-for-1 so far. It's the afternoon stepping up aggressively. The stopwatcher comes through. Do they want more lamps? Rest might buy some time. It's the afternoon on the back foot. Has to be so careful. Physic looking for more. The ball attacks and Physic finds a second. Once again, Meme City, they go in too aggressively and they pay for it. 2 kills for 1 in favor of SlaughterHouse.
Thankfully, though, for Meme City Esports, they are able to get the Baron here. Sadly, though, with those 2 deaths, it is going to delay this push, and it is going to take out about a wave to 2-ish waves worth of Baron time, which is kind of massive in the spawn of this game. With this Elder Dragon also spawning up in 30, here's Shiv.
Shiv, he's running right in, and now he decides, okay, time to run right back out, and he does have the Frozen Domain and the Inspire to speed him on out. Now, the Elder Drake is up. Re-10 has respawned. It's the afternoon backup as well. This is going to be a 5v5 fight for the Elder Drake. This is going to be a massive go for Reno.
Oh my god, it is going to be so big. Like, I cannot wait for this fight when it breaks out. However, though, it looks like Current Prio going over to Meme City Esports, since Painmaker had to go back to refill that Sightstone, but the Elder Dragon's already up here. If they want to, they can start this. There are the rockets coming out for that poke, and what a poke it is. The Dragon is going down very low. Here comes the fight.
Here we go. So much damage. The Elder going down lower. 2 kills already in a 4 Physic. And, well, that goes the way of a SlaughterHouse. And now there's surely going to be no congestion coming in from Meme City.
And in Champion Select, you're talking to me about how crispy the chicken was at Nando's. But let me tell you something crispy here, Milky. It was that beautiful Wombo combo. We got the Searing Charge to knock up all those members into the Shockwave, just instantly deleting 2 of them, opening up that team fight, opening up that Elder Dragon, and now this is a very, very interesting game because it is a battle of the buffs right now with Baron on one side and that Elder Dragon on the other.
Yeah. Beautifully done by SlaughterHouse. They find the fight they need. They find the team fight. and it works out beautifully.
So beautiful. Like, god damn. I could hang it on my wall. It's so pretty.
Sure, I don't know how you would. Is this some kind of Harry Potter stuff where you can like frame up a video on like those newspapers where like stuff moves about in it?
You can do that nowadays too with online newspapers where you just click on it. There's a little video, but it's always prefaced by a really annoying ad like, "Hi guys, have you come down to Bob's and Pete's Burgers here in Texas?" I'm like, dude, I live in Virginia. Like, I kind of don't care about Texas burgers. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just not for me. Either way, though, I mean, it's kind of a cool thing. Like, I wouldn't mind having like a piece of paper in front of me. I'm like, ah, yes, a GIF on paper.
Sure, we'll go with that. I don't know where this is going, but okay, I think it'd be more like, oh, have you heard about Upsurge Contenders League that is coming to you? Call of the Forge God comes in. We've got another fight. Oh my god, Elder is disgusting. Physic is unstoppable, and now SlaughterHouse look for more. The inhibitor turret has already been taken down, and now the inhibitor is the next on the menu. It is gone in a blink of an eye. SlaughterHouse are not done yet. They want to take the full house. They want to slaughter the house. In goes Dion, looking for the damage. Elder buff, it comes in straight away. Death sentence comes through, but it's the afternoon taken down. Double kill on 40 on Shockwave, flashed away by actually AFK, who gets taken down as well. Meme City, they've got no city left standing. They have been slaughtered in their base. And now this is going to be it. SlaughterHouse will take game one. Meme City in control. One bad fight. One team fight loss, and a Slaughter take the game.
And what a back and forth game number one it was. Sure, it felt like Meme City had the tempo control for that entire game there, but with that one messed up fight in front of the Baron, it kind of brought tempo back to a standstill. Then we saw that huge Elder fight come out, and after that, it was just all SlaughterHouse all day.
Yeah. Well, again, it came to that one fight because Meme City, they got Baron, and then instead of resetting, instead of 1-3-1 split pushing, whatever they wanted to do, they went in, their guns are blazing. We saw straight away the package into the Valkyrie, everything used from Re10, who then got picked off. Then it's the afternoon got picked off, and then all of a sudden, it's SlaughterHouse who have the Elder.
And we saw just how nasty it was. Like, Peanut Fan died with the Lamb's respite up. Do you know how yikers that is if you are a Kindred? Like, that's why playing like these revival or save your champs in these team fights against that Elder Dragon is so tricky, because 20% execute, it's really hard to eyeball. So a lot of the times you either do it too early or you just end up doing it too late. And sadly, too late is what happened for Peanut Fan there. Really opened up the base with that 5 versus 4. You don't have to worry about the Lamb's respite denying your Orianna Shockwave combo there.
Yeah, well, that was a game one, and boy, oh boy, if that was game one, game two is going to be even more exciting. We're going to be heading into a short break, but we'll be right back with game two of the evening between SlaughterHouse Academy and Meme City Esports. Stay tuned. With game two of the evening between SlaughterHouse Academy and Meme City Esports. Stay tuned. Game two of the evening between SlaughterHouse Academy and Meme City Esports. Stay tuned. back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for game 2 of the evening. Upsurge Contenders League, as SlaughterHouse Academy will look to take the 2-0 against Meme City Esports. Go Frino, game 1. I'm going to break it to everyone. Meme City, they threw it, and they threw it hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I do think they should have won there. They got all those dragons. They got that infernal. So, like, they were set up for success. There was just that slight blunder after the Baron there, and then a little bit of a blunder after that. However, though, I mean, it was still a very close game. Like, even when we ended, I don't think it was too massive of a differential. However, though, we are hopping straight away into the pick and ban here.
Yeah, once again, that Galio coming through against Meme City Esports. Badio. Karma, though, getting taken away from the side. Oh, pardon me. Getting taken away from the side of SlaughterHouse. It was big, but something else that was big. Spinning axes. He might not have had a Draven, but he was certainly spinning those chakrams with the Aphelios.
Oh my god. And that was so scary. Like, he was just getting so massive on that. And I was like, oh no, please. Oh no. But even then, still not able to save the game with that, which you kind of hate to see if you are a Meme City Esports fan.
Yeah, I do like the Kindred ban as well. Was pretty nice up from Peanut Fan in the jungle. The TF also getting taken away, as well as the Graves. Ezreal open, and so is Aphelios.
Ooh, and we saw the first pick Ezreal last time around. Let's see what Meme City decides to prioritize here, since last time they did prioritize that volley plus thresh combo, and maybe they're going to look towards that again here.
Maybe they will. The Ezreal does come through for Meme City. We saw the volley bear getting picked up in game 1. Maybe it will come through this time. There's no Karma either to pair with the Ezreal, so I'd be interested to see what Meme City will take in the ball.
Thankfully for the Ezreal, he isn't too dependent on having the Karma around. The Karma just complements the Ezreal's poke in lane, and there still be poke once that Ezreal is just sitting on that tier. However, though, with this current Lulu being hovered by SlaughterHouse, I'm starting to think we might just see a Lulu Kakma or a Lulu Aphelios here.
It's going to be Aphelios. Oh, wait. Lulu is Leona. Never mind.
Alright.
It's still going to be Aphelios. Let's be honest here, Gofrino.
Yeah. I just hate pro drafts like this, because all the time I'll just see picks like this and I'll just start talking about it ad nauseum, like, oh man, it goes so well with this, like, I like it with this, or like, oh man, this is going to open up a lot of things, and then you just look, it's like, So that's actually this, and I just wasted the last 20 seconds talking about X.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Lulu is a great pickup, but it's Leona. Maybe, you never know, maybe we will get a Lulu as well as a Leona, and we can have Lulu mid, and then we can have a Yi and an Aphelios and a Quinn top, and then you'll be really happy, won't you, Gofrey?
Maybe I will. I don't know. Like, am I ever really happy? Of course I am, because I'm casting right now for Upsurge. Who wouldn't be happy casting for Upsurge?
Anyway, the Ornn has been picked up. I'm just gonna ignore you on that one. Like, I think you were talking about something, but to be honest, it just went past me.
Are you gonna deny my happiness?
I wasn't paying attention, I'll be honest with you. It's what play-by-play casters do. We just ignore our color casters sometimes, and then we wonder, like, what on earth were you talking about and why I'm still terrible at this game. Ornn and Braum picked up. Once again, we're seeing a big team fight coming in from the blue side, but this time is Meme City Esports, not Slaughter.
And the Soraka's locked in here for SlaughterHouse. I kind of like
that. Actually, a Soraka.
That's true. With how Pro Draft has been going.
Yeah, it's a
Soraka's
Soraka.
actually Sona. It's like okay. Either way, though, I mean, so far they do have that Leona, Volibear, and Soraka. So we might actually be getting to see a little bit of Soraka top this game into that Ornn 2, which can't. You sure you can bully out the Soraka like damage and potential?
What destroys a Soraka in lane?
Damage.
Darius?
But then where would you put the Ornn with the Braum already locked in?
Jungle Ornn.
Okay, Jungle Ornn actually got turbo hit by the last changes to where you don't get the health when you build the items.
Ornn mid. There you go.
Okay, on mid is still a
No,
possibility.
it's a Nocturne top. I believe it's a Nocturne top. Nothing anyone can say, even if it's 100%
Hideous.
logical, will like even when I see a smite coming through on the Nocturne for Peanut Fan, I will still believe it's Nocturne top.
Oh god, don't remind me of the days of Smite top. Like, that was just such a bad time to be alive. Like, Tank Hecarim, Tank Fizz coming in with Cinder Hulk with challenging Smite. They just hit you with that. They're able to solo kill you, take 0 damage in return. They're also super slippery if they're Fizz, and you're just like, please, I just want to die.
Go for it. I'm really loving the draft from Meme City Esports. What they've done here is they've taken the Syndra jungle, they're putting the Ornn mid, and they're taking the Nocturne top.
All right, Mr. Funny. All right. Got any other jokes up your sleeve there, Milky?
I'm serious. I want this Nocturne to go top and to have so much fun into the Soraka. You have to punish these Sorakas when you get the chance. But then again, on the side of SlaughterHouse, they do pick up the Kai'Sa. They pick up the Victor as well. Kai'Sa Leona, a strong lane duo.
Yeah, because although the Kai'Sa does need time to scale, it's like the Azrael also kind of needs time to scale once he picks up that man immune. Not as much of a threat, so the Kai'Sa does have a little bit of free time into that lane with the scaling. And then you just look at the Soraka top, that's going to afford a lot of protection for this Kai'Sa. However, though, like, this Kai'Sa is going to be having to go in eventually, I feel. Like, just use the ultimate to get into those backlines. And with the Leona being able to use that Solar Flare, being able to use the Zenith Blade, should give her relatively easy access to the back line here.
And I just would like to go back to the side of Meme City Esports, because even if, you know, they don't take the 200 IQ play of putting Nocturne top, I know it's hard for everyone to see these 200 IQ plays, but even if they do take the suboptimal Nocturne jungle, they can still just press R and delete the Soraka. And I kind of want to look at, you know, Nocturne level 6 Paranoia. Who will he jump on? Who will he terrify? Who will he murder?
Thing is, though, like, even if the Nocturne goes for a cross-map thing with that Paranoia, sure, you won't be able to target teammates, but the Soraka ultimate, that wish, you don't exactly need to see your teammates to use it. Like, you will be on comms and go, please heal me, Soraka, there's a Nocturne on me. Then Soraka will just be like, alright, okay, here's your heal, later.
See, this is the weird thing, because whenever I'm in a team, I always say, hey, I'm playing Soraka. If you guys need a heal, just scream at me. My entire team dies, and then they're like, where was my heal?
Please, where's my heal? And you're just like, I'm saving it for next team fight.
Exactly, yes. I'm saving it for when my teammates get good. But I'm sure that won't be the case for SlaughterHouse. Soraka top lane into the Nocturne. Again, I'm going with this. Don't let the fact that actually AFK has actually picked up the Ornn. He is going to be going jungle, and Peanut Fan is going to be playing Nocturne top.
All right, Milky. All right. Just email me the next time you come to America and do your stand-up routine here, because you are sending out a lot of banger jokes right now.
Oh, thank you.
I do think your act is a little stale, because your one joke
Right.
has been.
I thought you were going to say, you know, I'm like one patch behind or something, but okay, we're going with that. Fair enough.
I do
fair
think
enough.
Nocturne top can kind of work. You just usually when it's Nocturne lane, you see him in mid because he's able to roam much more easily from there than hit that Paranoia.
But here's the thing, I don't care that it's a Nocturne. I just wanted something fun to abuse the Soraka. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted in this game.
Yeah, I mean, the Soraka was picked after the Ornn, so it's not like they can realistically do a lot here on Meme City Esports unless they do some turbo flex here. But I kind of don't see that coming out. The Renekton into Soraka would be very scary for the Soraka player.
Yeah.
But then you're just kind of still left with, where do we put this Ornn? Because we already have
Mid.
LeBron here, guys.
For Ornn mid.
You
I mean,
can.
how bad's Ornn gonna do, right? How bad is it gonna be?
We have seen it a few times in pro play, I believe, but
Yeah.
a lot of that did come up when Ornn was in a much stronger state. He has suffered a line of, 3 nerfs-ish this season in a row? Not back-to-back patches, but just back to back-to-back changes when he does get changes, they've been, a little more nerfy than Buffy.
Go Frino, you must be really fun at parties. It's just all
I am
I'm gonna
told
say.
that, yes. There was one time I got really hammered at a party and told everyone to follow me on SoundCloud, even though I don't have one.
Ah. Well, while Gofrino's been getting hammered at parties, actually AFK is going to be hammering out some items with his cool forge, which he makes items on, because that's his passive, a living forge.
He's also going to be hammering out autos, since half his auto attacks, I believe, are just swinging a hammer away. And it's funny because his hammer is tiny. It's just like, boom, boom. Like, compared to Ornn, who's just like the biggest, beefiest chunker out there, he just has this tiny little hammer. Like, yes, I have. It's like a T-Rex's reach, basically.
So are you saying that Poppy is a superior hammerist? Wait.
Yes, Poppy does have the bigger hammer.
What would be the term for someone who wields a hammer?
Hammer bro, according to Mario.
A hammer bro. Are we going off with our Mario definitions now?
I mean, he is one of the biggest video game characters out there, so...
That is true. Hammer bro? Hammer man. I think we are back.
Welcome back, Mr. Producer.
Apologies for the technical difficulties. Nightclaw, our fantastic producer, got so upset with our terrible jokes that he just decided to leave. But we're back, and we do have a game coming your way. Upsurge Contenders League Playoff Week 2. Gofrino is dying in hysteria right now. I am trying to keep myself under control. But before we do get into a game for Game 2 of the night, here is a quick message from our sponsors over at Kono Keyboard. If you are looking to take your game to the next level, it all starts with your peripherals. From keyboards to keycaps, mice, and more, our friends at Kono have got you covered. Kono works with the world's best designers, inventors, and makers to bring you some of the best gaming peripherals around. Kono have been huge supporters of us here at Upsurge and have made generous contributions to our prize pools. If you need to find a new keyboard, check out the Hex Gears X1 RGB low-profile Bluetooth mechanical keyboard. You can use the discount code UpsurgeGG for 7% off your first order. For more information, head over to kono.store to check out all they have to offer. That's KONO.store. Kono. Discover amazing products. And with that, we're going to be heading into a quick break, and we'll be right back with Game 2 of the night. Stay tuned.
was wrong, even once wasn't anything. Yeah, I could say that you didn't need any part of me. Yeah, maybe it's not me, you should be the one on your knees. So if we had another chance, I would never let you steal my.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, here for the Upsurge Contenders League Playoffs Week 2. We have a Nocturne top. Don't let the Smiter fool you. Don't let Gofrino fool you. This is actually a stealth undercover on jungle and a Nocturne top to absolutely destroy Valley Soraka.
Well, thank you for the field report there, Milky. We're gonna be going back to the weather desk here on Yehawks News. 7 in Washington. How's the weather looking this week here?
Oh, it's looking absolutely great. The chances of blue skies, maybe with some eternal darkness looming. But once we do get to about 8 minutes in, when Peanut Fan will be having that crucial level 6 and a paranoia under his belt.
Man, my co-caster's so excited by this Nocturne. His microphone is just going boom. Either way, though, very calm level 1 coming out. You're basically going, yes, like Mr. Roboto.
Oh, I do apologize. That is not good to hear.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us. As 130 has just come up, 132. So both these junglers gonna be starting up their buffs.
Yeah, both junglers will be starting on their respective blue buffs, so maybe we'll be seeing Peanut Fan looking towards the bottom side and Chiv looking towards the top side for those early games.
That's going to be a little interesting here, since last time around we did see both junglers strong on the same side. However, though, Shiv, if he does want to look top for these ganks, I'm very interested to see how that pans out, since Soraka top, she's not exactly the most highest econ of junglers, or sorry, top lanes. She doesn't really need much. The levels are nice, and then she usually wants about an item or two just to help her have some extra mana, help her have some extra healing. But if you do get her ahead, that can be very nasty healing here for your team.
Yep, it can indeed. And we will have to wait and see where this first aggression really comes through. Top lane is probably just going to be, you know, the same old, well, it's a Soraka, so it's even more of a wet noodle fight than it was before.
To be fair, though, I mean, Valley does have to be careful here. That's why he does take the barrier here. The Soraka is fairly squishy, and with how insane Horn's base damages can be, there is technically the potential of a solo kill from actually AFK here. However, though, Valley should be able to stay a good range away, use that Star Caller to poke out, harass, maybe pick up some CS too if needed, and it's okay if you miss some CS on the Soraka top. You just want to go even primarily.
Did you just say it's okay to miss CS?
It's okay to miss some CS if you are Soraka top, yes, since, like I mentioned earlier, you're not exactly the most demanding of top laners. You're not like, oh man, I need all the gold on our team so I can just scale like a monster. It's like, you're Soraka top. Like, although the reason why you do go Soraka top is that it's very budget friendly.
I mean, sure, Searing Charge comes through. The Equinox, though, that was an interesting interaction. It kind of just stopped the Valley from getting knocked up. Very strange indeed.
Yeah, the interactions between Soraka, Silence, and a lot of abilities is always kind of fun to see, since if you put it at the right time, you can interrupt a lot of things.
However, we are starting to see Peanut Fan moving up towards the top side of the map, and maybe he'll look for a cheeky little gank. Maybe he'll even
I might
spot
say a
out
2v2.
Oh, 2v2s are fun.
Oh, yeah. Always a fun one. That was a little bit of a zesty one. Peanut Fan is going to be spotted out on the sword. Shift still hasn't been spotted, so I do like this little bit of bait coming out from Valley here. There's not enough burst quite yet in this top lane and jungle duo on the side of Meme City to really burst out this Volibear if it goes in through this Soraka healing.
Was it Chiv actually spotted there? I don't think he was.
I don't think he was either here. That's what I'm leaning towards. However, with Valley being a little extra cocky there on this top lane Soraka, maybe Meme City Esports might have picked up on, there might be someone else waiting around that corner we don't quite know of.
Ooh, I do like that little ward that Painmaker dropped down. Should give some vision of Peanut Plan momentarily when he does path up towards, or I should say path down towards his Krugs. Now that first Drake of the game has just popped up, and one of the things that we were able to praise Meme City for in game 1, not their ending potential, they completely threw that, but their ability to pick up these early Drakes. They got all 4 Drakes in about 22.5 minutes.
And that was such a huge contention point because they were able to get a lot of picks before those went down, or before those dragons popped up, and that's what really helped them secure those. So with this dragon already being up, oh, there's the Zenith Blade.
Zenith Blade, I think they're a little bit ahead of me right now as we taking a fair amount of damage because that's flows that come through. I think he gets stunned at temporarily, however, it is looking, and the Zenith Blade comes in, will be able to find one the heal. Potentially a little bit early, she'll break them not back up yet, and that will be all actually no kills coming through, just trade in health bars.
Still though, all these fights do matter when that dragon is up. Both these 80 carries heals being down is also going to be significant. We already see SlaughterHouse posturing around this dragon. It looks like they're just looking to secure the Scuttle Crab here, looking to secure some vision around that dragon. So if they do want to take that dragon, they are going to have that extra peace of mind.
Well, Chiv will look towards the Drake now. And he does have priority from his bottom side of the map, although Re10 starting to rotate down, and it will force a Chiv away.
Whew, yeah, you don't want things to get too hairy here, because with that first blood still being on the table, and with that dragon being on the table, that could be a very huge early game swing here if either of these teams are able to pick up that 2-for deal. Because if you get that first blood, that's a lot of gold in a specific member's pocket. But if you also get this early Cloud Dragon, that is going to be a nice early boost to your team as well. With this Cloud Dragon, you look at these ultimates across the board, both these teams just kind of licking their chops here, the chance to get this dragon.
Licking their chops, are they? Licking their chops. I think you need to work with some of the analogies.
Do they not have that saying in England? Like, I know, like, in the US,
Licking
like...
your lips? How do you lick your chops? Like, I don't even know where are my chops? My chops are like ribs,
It's general
right?
mouth region. But we might have a bit of a fight shaping up around this dragon. Not a lot of level 6s quite yet. Only really mid laners. Painmaker.
Oh,
Gonna have to
there is no
flash on
teamwork.
out.
Concussive blows, getting a proc flash away from Painmaker, and now the Drake are getting started. Getting taken down, and this will be going the way of Meme City.
And a similar threat to last game, where at least this first dragon going over to the side of Meme City, that is going to be very important when you look at that True Shot Barrage, when you look at the Call to Forge God, when you look at that Paranoia. All kind of nasty abilities to have on that lower-ish cooldown.
And now bot wave will just get pushed in by Spinning Axes and Afternoon. Still no kills picked up yet, and we are approaching that 9-minute mark. Peanut Fan does have that level 6. The Paranoia is well and truly a threat.
And that is going to be such a threat here, since, I mean, when you're 9 minutes and 9 seconds into the game, like, a lot of these members are very squishy on the side of SlaughterHouse. Not even Shiv has enough tankiness quite yet. Maybe Painmaker with that Chain Vest can survive an onslaught, but if you drop that Paranoia, you fly to that top lane, this should be a very dead Soraka.
Should be a dead Soraka indeed. And right now, Valley a little bit down in CS as we hit the 9-minute 30-second mark, and actually AFK will head back on up towards the top side. But Rift Herald is up and available, and maybe we could be seeing Meme City looking to pick that up.
And, I mean, the Rift Herald would be very delectable here if they are able to get it, since you can't always get those plates with how early it is in the game, and getting 2 plates worth of value, that is quite a big deal when you're this early in the game.
Yep, and well, the side of Meme City will look for the Rift Herald, and they will be able to secure it. So they get the first Drake, and they get the Herald as well, and their objective control seems to be pretty much on par with what they had in Game 1.
Yeah, although we are gonna sadly have to cut to a quick break here on the desk while we sit.
You're so distant when you're home, always hanging by your phone. Do I even know you? And I get paranoid sometimes, 'cause I know that you ain't mine, and I'm lost without you. Used to be the one I talk to when I'm sad.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for sticking with us through these technical difficulties, but we are now back and ready to go. Call of the Forge got Paranoia. Oh, that is a beautiful, so much damage as the gravity field buying time. The final turret shot comes through. Regen gets taken down. It's a 1-for-1, but Peanut Fan gets first blood, crucially. However, in we go. Chib into the bottom lane. The Stormbringer comes down. Sky Splitter flash away with the Glacial of Fish, and that will be enough to buy Afternoon enough time. Shelly gets ready to charge through the mid lane. So much action straight away. That's why we have these pauses, Goverino.
But that was such a beautiful first blood in the mid lane, because since they got that first blood, they're able to give assist to 2 additional members. They already come out on top if you're Meme City Esports, just off of that pure gold value alone. But look at that mid lane tower now, Milky. It's down to a singular play. So Peanut Fan and actually AFK were able to get huge value off of that single gank. If we take a quick tab over to the gold here, we can see because of the gank, because of those plates, Shiv currently down about 800-ish gold compared to his competition. And as a Nocturne, if you start snowballing against this slightly squishy SlaughterHouse composition, that is going to be a little bit concerning here if you are this Kai'Sa, if you are this Victor, or if you are this Soraka.
I do think that is definitely going to be the focus. I want to see the Soraka be the focus. I want to see Peanut Fan really diving in and picking up some kills. However, I'm sure the first thing on the order for Meme City will be this first turret in the mid lane.
And that was a juicy target. Definitely gonna miss though, so Painmaker just down an ultimate. It's technically gonna give a little bit of advantage here to the Meme City Esports bot lane in terms of ultimates, at least for now. That's gonna be potentially handy for that dragon. However, knowing Leona solar flare cooldown, it should be up by then. You're a Leona main yourself, I believe, Milky, so you can probably comment on just how short that cooldown is. Teleport coming out.
Does not matter. As you mentioned, the teleport comes through. True shot barrage misses. Oh, the scatter of the weaker lands. A Paranoia on the top of 2 kills for Meme City. And this, Goferino, is why I wanted a Nocturne.
And what a beautiful time it is to be this Nocturne. You're now 2-0-1. You have that Serrated Dirk. You have that completed Warrior. You're going to also be able to pick up this up-and-coming Earth Dragon here. And what a beautiful pick onto this bot lane here with that Solar Flare being down. It's just Rock Boom and Painmaker unable to do anything about it. 2 extra members showing up to that bot lane there.
Well, I think the Rock definitely went boom, and I think it was more of a Painer taker that time round.
That was a little bit of Pain Taker last game too, if we remember that Karma play, since he did kind of get caught out a few times, did kind of eat up a lot of damage. Thankfully though, when you're on this Leona, you are able to take that much more pain. It is going to be an Ocean Soul this game though, and let me tell you, Milky, a Soraka comp with an Ocean Soul is one of the nastiest things out there.
But let's be real here. We all know which side is getting the Ocean Soul.
Yeah, that's true. But I kind of want to hype up Soraka with Ocean Soul here. That's something I always love to do. Because Soraka with even a singular Ocean Dragon is already really strong.
What about Ornn with Ocean Soul? Pretty hype.
That's also very annoying. You know?
Actually, we definitely shouldn't say hype. We should just say extremely irritating.
That's true. Annoying is a strong word. I've been told.
Well, 3 kills to 1, 14.5 minutes in, and a 2.5k goal lead for the side of Meme City Esports. But, Gofrino, we have been here before. Game 1, Meme City had full control, but they threw it all away after picking up the Baron. And they'll be hoping not to make the same mistake again.
Painmaker.
Glacial Fissure comes through. There comes the Paranoia. Good as stopwatch. The Stormbringer comes through. True Roger down in the TP in. The ship will fall. Peanut Pan picks up the kill. And there come the concussive blows of Rock Boom. The final auto picks up the kill of 4 spinning axes. Another 2 kills going the way of Meme City.
Man, and that is such a brutal 2 kills there, because this Nocturne is snowballing even harder now. There's a dive.
The dive that comes through. 1 goes the way of SlaughterHouse, but 2 more go to Meme City. And in the top lane, actually AFK, he just dances around. 4 kills for 1 in favor of Meme City.
And this is just so brutal, because last game when we were seeing these trades that were in favor of Meme City Esports, it was always that 2 for 1 there. They get 2, lose 1, but this time they're getting that 4 for 1. Value might just go down here. Thankfully, Soraka has a lot of that healing in her kit, and that magic resist already itemized that is going to nullify a decent chunk of that Ornn damage.
Yeah, and the hammer man, well, his hammer, as you mentioned, it's like a little T-Rex arm hammer thing. It's not that big. Can't get a proper swing into it. That's why he needs to call upon the Forge God for assistance. And that ultimate is available for, actually, AFK.
And that is a little nice to have as that Soraka. A little boost in gold. Because Soraka never really wanted to argue against having extra gold, even though she is fairly low econ, as I have mentioned previously. It's the afternoon. I like this BM coming out, just doing a little jig there.
4-0-3 for Peanut Fan. 100% kill participation, and he was in the same situation as well in game 1. The man is having a good evening.
Hey, you know what? It's always nice having a good evening here, especially if you are Meme City Esports with this current lead they have garnered.
However, of course, they are 1 game down to SlaughterHouse. First turret still on the cards, 17 minutes in. Actually, AFK, I think he's going to have to wait for another wave at the very least before he can get that turret.
You would be first turret, though. This Rift Herald also going down. That could be a very easy secure, because they got the first Rift Herald too, and that's what helped them get that mid lane tower so low against Physic in that mid lane. However, though, Peanut Fan not opting to use it immediately here, gonna wait out a little. I do always respect that from junglers, since the eager Rift Herald drop, there is always a much larger chance of failure. However, though, when you save that Rift Herald, you wait for a slightly more prime opportunity, it always will pay off much more, especially when you're at this part in the game, Milky, where you don't have to worry about plates. You're going to get that damage regardless.
And Gofreen, I just want to have a little bit of... I want to bring something up, and that's parenting skills. And for people who weren't there in Game 1, or weren't here in Game 1, they're going to be thinking, Milky, what on earth are you talking about? This is League of Legends. This isn't a parenting course. But, Gofreen, you know what I'm talking about, right?
No. I don't.
Oh.
I'm not a parent, so I can't really comment on
We're talking
parenting
about
here.
in game 1 when was it Meme City or SlaughterHouse? I can't remember. But one of the sides, they dropped down Rift Herald and they didn't go with their baby to take the turret. They just left it to die before it got a charge off.
That was SlaughterHouse. Sadly, the one time I would approve of helicopter parenting, not exactly going with it. Being a college student, I'm not the biggest fan of helicopter parenting. I've seen it with some people where like they'll have the slightest problem and go like, "Mom, Dad, please, I can't talk to my roommate. Can you email them?" I'm like, dude, just talk with your roommate. That is going to be the Rift Herald drop to give them that extra bit of pressure with this Dragon up. They might not even need it, though, to get this Dragon, as they do secure their first Ocean Dragon of the game. This Herald eyeing up this turret, too. Will now them their second turret of the game.
Let's see if they get the second charge off. I think they dropped Rift Herald. Oh my god, that's captured me! That is a huge, so much damage so quickly. Unleashed Power comes through as well. 2 kills already. The turret has almost fallen, but it's still up. Retail looking for the damage. Picks up another honor to Jiv, and the scatter of the week almost lands onto Physic. 3 kills for 1. Peanut Fan is the only man to fall, and Kelly will get off a third charge. The inhibitor turret gets broken. The base is broken. Pre-20 minutes. Meme City are on a rampage.
Oh my god, and this is such a colossal lead for them too. With this triple dragon, with this 4 turret lead, with this nearly 8,000 gold lead in their favor, that is so massive when you look at their picks here too. Because this Syndra is in full power right now with this 2-item spike. His Nocturne in full swing as well with his current 2.5 item build. Like, no one on the side of SlaughterHouse can deal with the paranoia being dropped on them right now, and it's just hurting them immensely.
Okay, I just got a massive heart attack for a second where I saw actually AFK, you know, slapping up the red buff, and then he smited, and I just thought for a second, whoa, Chotto Mata, hold up a second, what on earth did I just witness? Huh?
You know, sometimes you just view the unexplainable. That is how we got Bigfoot, that's how we got alien sightings, and
well, then
that's
I realized it's the bloody unsealed spellbook. Like, I hate that rune so much. I just hate it.
I hate that rune because I'm too stupid to use it, but
yeah,
it is
literally
very strong.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I hate it.
That's why I don't take the futures market either. I'm just too stupid to use it. Like, in the hands of a very smart player, like, you can use Unsealed Spellbook, you can use that futures market so well, because they know the back timers, they know when they should be using certain summoner spells, when they can abuse the timing of certain summoners. Then there's me just going, Unga, me like lethal tempo. That is why I'm an ADC main, though, so thankfully I should never have to use Unsealed Spellbook.
I mean, to be honest, for me it'd be Milky Go Flash. And then I just flash it everywhere. Hey, Milky Go Fast, he just presses a ghost as a Lulu and just runs into them. Ha 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 ha. And then dies and blames my team for like not being there. But never mind. Actually AFK, actually knowing how to use Unsealed Spellbook and using
No.
yeah, Painmaker, he's going down. Scatter of the week, Force of Will, Peanut Panda picks up the kill. Baron is up. Now, Meme City, they've taken a Baron before and then they've thrown the game. Do we have a deja vu coming up?
Thankfully, Re10, since he is Syndra, doesn't have a package to go in with. Oh my!
Ooh, Unleash
Chiv
Power.
almost dying. He won't be able to contest this Baron. They do have that one ward in the pit. But I do like this from Re10. I like this a lot from actually AFK too. They're on that bodyguard duty.
Oh, full of the forge. Oh god, Chip won't be here. Won't get hit. Goes into the bay. Can he find the steal? No, he cannot. Gets taken down. Spinning axes with the kill. Nicer try. Valiant effort, but all for nothing in the end.
And I love that valiant attempt, but we saw Shiv with that early smite because he knew he was on the time with how low his health bar was. All was for naught, however, and now Meme City Esports very firmly in control with this Baron buff, with this current lead, and there is going to be the Ocean Soul coming up in a minute here.
And go Farino. I'm so proud of Meme City. They have learned and they have adapted. They've, you know, evolved. It's like natural selection at work. They got Baron and they didn't instantly press, you know, like paranoia and like go crazy and ham for some kills. They actually reset this time.
Yeah, Thankfully,
Okay,
that
to be fair, I just want to apologize to any of the players if they watch this back later. I am flaming possibly a little bit too much, but I am actually proud of them for that time, reset.
to be fair, I do think it is fine as a caster to call out mistakes when you see them. Like, yeah, why would you do that, buddy? Like, and that did like cost them the game a lot.
Yeah, like why didn't you put Nocturne?
Any players watching this?
Why is the Nocturne not top? I know it's working out, but I wanted Nocturne top.
He is almost top. Paranoia.
He is a top now. Oh my god, the damage comes through a barrier, which everything but is not enough. Avadi will get taken down nonetheless. Peanut Fan 7-1 and 600% kill participation. The man is a monster right now. And now the seed on to the inhibitor turret. The TP coming in. Painmaker goes in, but he surely will get taken down. Not before Re-10 will go down. 1-4-1. All of the Forge God comes through. Won't be able to. Actually, he will be able to find Physic, who flashes away to safety. Meanwhile, just look at Peanut Fan pushing forward. So much damage. Spinning Axes picks up the kill. Peanut Fan, he's just split pushing, and he will be able to find the inhibitor. His 100% kill participation is down the drain. Just a measly 13 out of 15 as the inhibitors tumble. In Meme City, they take 3 inhibitors. They take it all, and now they back off and they look for the reset.
And that is such a nasty thing. Like, you'll give up your 100% kill participation to get triple inhib, to get ocean soluble. Like, yeah, I won't be able to flex the stats anymore, but I'll be able to flex my win rate. And in the end, win rate is kind of the only stat that matters when it comes to reaching that finals.
You're a very weird ADC mate, that's all I'm going to say. As Meme City, they get the Ocean Soul, and, well, seems like a very similar situation to Game 1, but even more in the favor of Meme City this time round. Wow, that is a 12.5k goal lead right now, 25 minutes in.
That is so disgusting. Like, that is half the current game length in gold lead. Like, usually you measure gold lead in comparison percentage-wise to the enemy team, but when you can firmly say, yeah, the time, half that and you have my gold lead, that is nasty for any point in the game, literally, except for super late game scenarios where it's like 60 minutes. Then it doesn't matter, but let's be honest, I don't think we're going to reach that point in the game with how this one has been going.
Oh wow, the Scatter of the Week does so much damage, and the Dust Ring, and now the mini waves are crushing. Ocean Soul as well. The Paranoia has been dropped. Meme City just using it to take down the Nexus turret. One Nexus turret will go down. Now the push onto the second Nexus turret. Solar Flare will find a few members. Physics stepping off forward. Hold the damage to CSC. Painmaker will stay alive as into the backline goes the Bear, but the Bear gets taken down. A 2-4-0. Meme City keep on pushing forward. They take down the second Nexus turret. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Game 3.
And we might just get to see the reverse sweep here coming out in this series. Both these teams just fighting tooth and tooth, claw and claw here for a chance to hit that finals here, because they are in that losers bracket. They know that they only have this one last opportunity. So do you let it all go, or do you go for it?
Yeah. Isn't that like a world song?
Yeah, I was trying to remember the lyrics and I couldn't quite remember, so I did off-brand lyrics of that Eminem song.
Which song is it from? It's not Legends Never Die.
No, it's Eminem from 8 Mile or whatever. Like, Mom's spaghetti, there's vomit on a sweater already.
Okay, I have no idea what you're singing at all. But sure thing. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be heading into a quick break. Grab some food, maybe take a toilet break, but make sure you're back in for Game 3 of the afternoon. Meme City will be looking to turn things around and take a Game 3 against SlaughterHouse Academy. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for Game 3 of the evening between Meme City Esports and SlaughterHouse Academy. And remember, from regular season, SlaughterHouse, they went 7-0 in regular season, but they lost in week 1 of playoffs. They dropped down into the losers bracket. And Gofrino, now they're on the verge of being eliminated from the tournament entirely.
Because it feels like this entire time, Meme City Esports have had their number. They've just known where to be, where to apply pressure early, and we've seen that come to fruition in game numbers 1 and 2 here as the pick and ban has started off, and we are at a rocket pace here.
Both teams starting to get to know each other just that little bit better. Once again, the Galio ban coming through, and the Kindred as well, getting taken away from Peanut Fan. That's a smart choice, I think.
I would say very big, smart choice there. 200 IQ bans, and then there's this Galio ban, which is placed above that.
Oh, yes. I mean, the Galio ban has been coming through all series long, and it's just targeted against Re 10. And we've seen how the side of Meme City, they like to play with these global ults, especially in Game 2 with that Nocturne. I want to see the Shock Turn. Give me Shen Nocturne combo. Give it to me now.
When you said Shock Turn, I'm like, Shockwave Nocturne? Yeah, sure, if you want to pair with the Orianna. But yeah, the Shen Nocturne is such a deadly combo because the travel time for that Paranoia, you can usually channel most of the Shen ult by then. Because the problem is with Shen on a lot of other engaged champions, you have to time it a little more hard since it is a little bit more tricky to time. You want to time it so they get the full effect of the shield, but you also want to time it so you come in at the right time to drop that fatty taunt on the back line. But with Nocturne, it's relatively simple. When he clicks his button, you click your button.
Yeah, clicking buttons, League of Legends stuff. Yeah. SlaughterHouse Academy, though, this time the Ezreal is not available for blue side, and the Karma will be the first pickup. Aphelios, though, still open. So are the likes of the Varus and the Kalista, the Ashe as well.
There are just so many options on the board here, and we can see it coming up here for Meme City Esports. They're taking their time to choose, and it's actually going to be the Zir. I believe that was banned in both games 1 and 2. If I'm not mistaken. So just grabbing that for your mid laner here, allowing RE10 to have this strong carry pick. And if SlaughterHouse want to put this Karma in the mid lane, boy, oh boy, is this Karma going to have a rough time going into that Azir.
That Karma better not be leaving that support lane.
There's top lane Karma. We have seen that a few times.
No.
I'm sorry if I triggered PTSD for any top laners in the audience. Because I know top laners, they absolutely love facing top lane Karma. Especially back when you could go Klepto on it. You just keep getting those Klepto autos and you're like, please.
I don't even play top lane, but I don't want to talk about that. Oh, yes. There is a Kha'Zix locked in. Peanut Fan on the Trundle and the Kha'Zix up for Shiv. He can pop off now. The Ashe locked in as well.
And Kha'Zix, he did get some rather significant buffs to that isolation damage this patch. Like, plus 20% damage when they're isolated is no joke, because you have to remember that's bonus damage. So it was 100% bonus damage before, now it's 120% bonus damage. So that is huge for an assassin.
Pardon me. But yeah, the Aphelios locked in, not the Ashe. Apologies for that, as the Lulu gets taken up for the side of Meme City. Again, I want to go back to this Kha'Zix pick because this could be really, really big for SlaughterHouse. And Chiv has been on the back foot against Peanut Fan all series long. Maybe the Kha'Zix will allow him to turn the tables.
Maybe it could, but you have to remember, Meme City Esports, they responded with that Lulu lock-in, and if there's one champion in this game all assassin players hate, it's that Lulu. Because every time you go and you're like, haha, I'm gonna get you 80 carry, and then Lulu's like, cupcake, and she just polymorphs and you're like, cool. This is fun and interactive.
Cupcake?
Yeah. I think that's one of her lines when she polymorphs you. I can't recall. Because I think she has multiple lines for polymorph.
Probably. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Soraka as well, I guess, would be slightly annoying for an assassin. But we will have to wait and see. Final ban coming through from the side of SlaughterHouse. Final ban of the series, and it is the Xayah ban. Pugmore, anyone?
That it would actually be juicy here. If it is an Avilius Karma bot lane, that Karma can poke around that Kog'Maw early, especially pre Cutlass back for that Kog'Maw, since once you get that Cutlass on the Kog'Maw, it will help you weather quite a bit of the poke. That remains to be seen, though. I do expect the AD carry for Meme City Esports to be locked in here. It will allow their top lane to counterpick, but Caster Curse going to come in. They're just going to lock in that Malphite there. Yes. I remember when AD Malphite was actually semi-meta. This is like, what, Season 5, maybe Season 6, where you can rush that Triforce on him. Then you'd press the old W on him, and you just hit him with, like, the meatiest slap possible.
Ooh, we might be getting...
Oh, is this AP Kog'Maw?
They're baiting us, I think. But,
I don't think they're baiting us.
No, they're not. There we go. It's AP Pugmore in the mid lane into the Azir. Isn't this what Caps played? Wasn't it Kog'Maw into Azir matchup?
I don't know, because I've actually been doing a bad job of following most of LEC these past, like, 1 or 2 weeks, so I can't recall which.
Do you
does
watch
kind of
the inferior LCS?
I haven't been able to keep up with that as well, which is really weird, because, like, this season, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to keep up, but the thing is, like, SGC's going on, so it's like, yeah, I need to keep up with this, too, like... It's just so hard. There's so many games to keep up with.
SGC is superior, to be fair. Yeah,
that is true.
I can get behind you with that. The Kai'Sa locked in to pair up with the Lulu, but I do really, really like the competition for SlaughterHouse. And no, I'm not saying that just because they have a Kog.
I do too, because like this Mordekaiser in the top lane, you see that Malphite, and Malphite just... Usually you see that Malphite as a counterpick to 80 champions in the top lane, because you get that massive armor steroid. However, against Mordekaiser, it's not as easy of a time, since it is going to be hard bullying out that Mordekaiser. Once that Mordekaiser comes back, has a solid item, and once that Mordekaiser has that Death Realm, should be very easily able to smash this Malphite. And even if timed correctly in team fights here, this Mordekaiser might be able to stop that unstoppable force.
I think the only thing that's kind of not suiting the draft for the side of Meme City Esports is this is the epic. I just don't think it really works with the comp that they have.
To be fair though, with the Azir and Kai'Sa, that is double hyper carry, and with the Lulu, with the Trundle, that is fairly decent protection. You don't always have to be turbo engage on the Malphite. At least you can use his ultimate as one hell of a healing tool, since that giant AoE knockup is a great way to screw over mass clumps of enemies trying to dive your backline.
However, this is exactly the thing that I want to bring up, because I think the Azir and Trundle, you know, you got the Lulu as well. These are really great champions for getting people off your backline, but with the exception of Kha'Zix, none of the members from SlaughterHouse really want to be diving on your backline. They're going to be dishing out damage. Then when Meme City get really low, the Kha'Zix will go in. So I just don't like the draft from Meme City. I don't think it really addresses the issue that SlaughterHouse have. And then even when the Malphite wants to go in, wants to dive in onto the backline, well, very simply, Valley on the Mordekaiser just presses R, and Malphite all of a sudden can't do anything.
It is a bit of a wonky draft from both sides here. I do kind of agree, since I mean, the Mordekaiser, sure, he's a beefy boy, but he's not usually an engaged sort of person. Like, he does better when enemies run into him, since then they're running into that Death Realm of his. He can't exactly run towards people to do the Death Realm most of the time, because if he's running towards you, that is just an easy time to drop all that TPS onto him. It's an easy time to drop him down to that half health, and if a Mordekaiser is half health and struggles 1v1ing you in that Death Realm, that is always a horrible sign for your team.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Valley will be looking to best actually AFK in the top lane, who rather surprisingly has not been AFK at all in the series. So good job not being actually AFK. However, Trundle, Kha'Zix, I really want to take a focus at this jungle matchup, because Peanut Fan has been absolutely huge so far this series. What do we think? Another 4 Drakes going the way of Meme City, or can SlaughterHouse break that trend?
maybe with the Kazakhs this time around, they can try and work something with picks themselves. Since this Kazakhs, at least in the early and mid stages of the game, where you're still running around in the jungle, you're not exactly going for those full 5-on-5 fights, then you won't always have to worry about the Lulu polymorph. It's really only going to be in those late game fights where there's always that Lulu to polymorph you when you go in, that this Kazakhs pick is going to suck quite a bit for Shiv. And I don't mean from a composition standpoint, I just mean from the standpoint of you're the only one going in, so you're going to be the singular target for that polymorph.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see how that polymorph does interact with the team fight. We talked a little bit about the mid lane matchup, but I want to go into a bit more depth because we talked about how Reten on the Azir, he can do a bit more stuff. He can be the carry for Meme City in this game, but Physics on the Cogmore, I think this is a really nice matchup for the side of SlaughterHouse.
Yes, because, I mean, that Kog'Maw, he's going to be able to outrange that Azir hard. You're going to be able to throw down the living artillery. You're just going to be able to not even have to interact with the enemy team.
Not interacting with the enemy team. That sounds fun. And again, it comes to the entire idea that we had in the draft. You know, the fact that Meme City, they want to be interacting, they want to find ways of disengaging, but it's quite hard to disengage when there is no engage to disengage.
That is true. When there's no engage to disengage, then you don't have to disengage any engage.
However,
that is true.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, on that note, we will be getting ready for Game 3 of the evening. Meme City versus SlaughterHouse Academy. The winner stays on. The loser is out of the Contenders League, full stop. But before we do get into game, here is a quick note from our sponsors over at Unified Esports Association. Or, well, our parent. Unified Esports Association is a Kansas-based company that oversees multiple products that specialize and operate a dynamic pipeline within the esports industry, providing shared experiences that directly serve collegiate, youth, hobbyists, and amateur video game players at every stage. Starting as a small student group out of Wichita State University, since then, UEA has grown to be a veteran organizer to tournaments and events throughout the US. They host tournaments for games like League of Legends, Rocket League, as well as Overwatch. For more information, check them out at uea.gg. And on that, we're going to be heading into a short break, and we'll be right back for Game 3. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we make our way onto the ref for game 3 and the final game of the night. Slaughterhouse took game 1, but Meme City took game 2 and go 3-0. It's all on the table here for game 3. Loser loses it all. The winner, well, they have a chance to win it all.
God, and what a pivotal game this is. I'm curious to see how it works out, as we already see a little bit of action happening. I don't think we're going to see any kills, just a bunch of poke.
Oh, but Peanut Fang getting caught out just a little bit. Trade with Buddy, and now Re10 on the run. Takes the damage right to the face, but a nice little shield comes through courtesy of It's the Afternoon. No deaths once again, just the trade of health bars. No summoners used either.
It is gonna maybe result in some vision here for either side deep in the jungle, but doesn't look like either one of these teams really wants to commit for that. So nothing really much gonna come of it.
Both junglers will be starting on the bottom side of the map, so maybe we will again be seeing those ganks towards the top side early on.
Thing is, though, like, every time we've seen that this series, like, the junglers haven't really been looking for those early ganks for the most part, I feel. They've been wanting to just, you know, farm it out a little longer before they start and attempt to make some action on the map.
Yeah. Chiv gonna head straight up to his top side jungle after picking up the red buff. And again, I do really want to focus on this jungle matchup between Chiv and Peanut Fan, because Peanut Fan has been so pivotal for the side of Meme City in games 1 and 2.
That's kind of understating it here, Milky, because he's been able to get them all those picks they needed before those early game dragons, before those early game Rift Heralds, and I want to see what happens this time around, since Trundle can be a little bit more of a reactive jungler at times, but the Kha'Zix is also a little bit of a reactive jungler too.
The Peanut Fan going for the full clear bot side into the full clear top side, and well, as a result, he's a little bit further ahead of Chiv in the old CS department, as actually AFK can take a bit of damage from the Darkness Rise.
Here's Peanut.
Here's the Peanut, the Pillar of Ice, a flasher forward, Chomp the slow coming in under turret. Valley gets taken down first by going over to actually AFK.
And talk about caster curse here, Milky, because right after I finished saying, yeah, we haven't really seen any early game ganks this series, both junglers more content to farm it out before they gank. We see the exact opposite, that level 3 gank coming out from this Trundle, the beautiful pillar to force out the flash, then you just flash chomp this Mordekaiser. 310, gonna be eating a lot of damage here from physics.
Ooh, taking a lot of damage from the Bio Arcane Barrage, and a couple more autos would have seen Re10 falling, but he did have the barrier available in physics. He's just happy just delaying into a very low Azir.
That is going to help a lot, because Kog'Maw, he does need that time to scale. However, Azir does also need a little bit of time to scale himself. Mid lane going to be a little bit of a battle of scaling sort of situation.
And I'm actually surprised that Physic didn't chase after Azir there, because we all know how much dogs love chasing after birds, but Physic, he's got his emotions under control. Chip, though, he's looking feisty on the Kha'Zix top side, looking to get a revenge kill off of Valley.
I like this too, because if you land one good hook from Valley here, it could result in a lot. He's going to walk in the bush, spot out Shiva. Man, we built up all that excitement for nothing. I was hoping to see some other explosive gank in this top lane. Spinning Axes, gonna be looking for this.
The tools come through, Soul Flare, Painmaker taking a fair amount of damage. Spinning Axes goes to about half HP, but that is all that was written. Peanut Fan was in Chiv's top side jungle, but he ended up resetting and now heading down towards the first drake of the game, which is going to be the Infernal.
And thankfully this time it won't be an Infernal Slow, because we saw the damage that could bring out in that game number 1. And only having to deal with one Infernal Dragon this game, when you look at both comps, you'll be like, yeah, I'll take that. Like, Sure, you'd like more Infernals for your team, but you also kind of don't want to be giving over all this Infernals to the enemy team.
Peanut Fan in the bottom side, pillar of ice comes through, but Chip turns up. The focus is resolve it, denied, leap forward. Peanut Fan taking a lot of damage, flash forward. The healer potentially turning things around as Chip forced back off. Flasher forward, a further flash, not going to be able to find the damage as Peanut Fan just about survives. Once again, no kills coming through in the bot lane, but so much health traded.
And that was so close. We saw 2 flashes come in from
Gang coming in. They look for Painmaker. They find the kill. Spinning Axis picks that up. Peanut Fan on the back of foot. Chiv. Oh, Emperor's Divide. Reten picks up the kill. And Chiv, he tried to sneak the dragon, but, well, the bird spotted him out. And that will be the Drake going the way of Meme City Esports. Well, some things just never change.
Oh, that is so tragic, too, if you're SlaughterHouse, as you committed so much to that gank with that double flash, with all that you blew. Reten, though, in danger.
Shifting sands out to safety, has to be careful. Living Artillery does land the final one barrier.
One more.
I'm alive. Oh, the double flash coming through. Reten. I tell you what, physics, he was on a point with those snipes.
Oh. So close, flash for flash there, and if he had got that kill, that would have been massive. But a quick shout out to Just Express, though, for hosting us with that viewing party. Thank you.
Ooh. How many people have joined us?
5.
No.
Hey, I'll take a viewing party of any amount. Like,
I'll take it as well.
that was just so funny. You're like, oh man, how many did we get? 200, 300, 5. You're like, ah. Hey, we're thankful.
It's 3 a.m. for me. I'm a little bit tired, so I was. Anyway, Peanut Fan back in the bottom lane. He wants to say hi again. Remember, no flashes available, no sums available. They just go right in. Polymorph. Paymaker taking so much damage. Peanut Fan picks up the kill. They find a slow chomp. Spinning Axes picks up another 5-2-0. And maybe Meme City, maybe they want to be able to take the win and, you know, close out the series with a perfect game as well.
They are fighting for it. Like, they're just coming out swinging. Like, I want you to imagine you are in the boxing ring right now, Milky, against Mike Tyson. You're trying to throw whatever punches you can, but you're against Mike Tyson. He's just throwing 3 punches for every punch you throw.
Right. And, like, his punches land and mine don't.
You might land, like, 1 or 2 body shots. I'll throw you a little bit of credit here. I can't say I've ever seen you box, but I would like to think you'd at least be able to hit someone in front of you with a fist.
I used to do a fair bit of boxing when I was younger, but one of my dad's friends, he is a semi-pro boxer. And oh my god, like, actually, it's amazing how quickly they move and react. You're like, he literally just sticks his face out in front of you, and he's like, go on then. And, like, you try it and you can't hit him. They just move so quickly, and it's just amazing. Like, they do these little movements, and like your fist just completely misses, and it's like, what the hell?
Flash, actually.
Yeah, the flash forward, Darkness Rise coming through, spinning axes. He's got no axes to spin. Killer Instinct not available, but the heal is not enough. 1-for-1 coming through. Now Chip next on the menu, the exhaust comes through. The perfect game is gone, but Peanut will take his second kill of the game. No 100% kill participation, but 6 out of 7 is still pretty darn impressive.
If Valley had been able to get that solo kill, that would have been so massive. But that one missed Q coming up from that Mordekaiser caused that solo kill there. Meant Shiv had to commit to that. But with the 3-2 death, after they had already blown so much to get that one lone Kaisa, it just results in them losing that. Now that Rift Herald's dropped in that top lane, after they took off so many of these plates, Rockbird, you have to be careful here. That is a Malphite. He doesn't have the Unstoppable Force, however, does have the cheese wheel.
The wheel of cheese. However, Rockboom will be able to run out with the mantra in Spire. First throw of the game.
That was a Moonlight Vigil.
Yeah. Oh, it was a warning shot, as we all would say. I do like that.
Yeah, see, I don't think that could have been you, but you're too far away, coward. Spinning axes, though.
The lead in, the killer instinct away, but locked down by the Graviton while Grotha comes through, buys her time, and that will be all that she wrote in the bottom lane. We do have that second Drake spawning in just under a minute's time.
And it is kind of important to get that killer instinct out before this fight, and the wild growth, two of the very huge ultimates you will have to contend with if you want to kill this 3-in-1 Kai'Sa, who's already shaping up to be quite the threat. Let I remind you, good lord, that was a little bit of a tongue twister with double mind.
Well, what was that tongue twister I can't say? Can't remember. Oh, in all seriousness.
That's a Game 1 throwback to any faithful viewers who have stuck the whole series with us.
We applaud you, loyal subjects.
Y'all the real viewers out there. Those Game 3 fake wannabes, nothing. In all seriousness, though...
Chiv was standing there, and Peanut Fan was essentially saying, "You do realize I can see you?" And Chiv's like, "Yes, but I don't want to leave." And Peanut Fan says, "Okay, well, I'm going to stand here until you leave." And Chiv saying, "Okay, fine, you know what, you win."
Was Shiv able to see that sweeper for the wall, though? I'm not entirely sure. There's a Death Realm.
The Death Realm does come through. Actually, AFK doing a little bit of sidestepping. He does have the instant force available, but he comes out. Leap forward. Shiv not done yet. The Drake has been picked up, and Shiv, well, he's only going to be able to watch actually just get out to the safety of his turret.
And that is so tragic here if you are a SlaughterHouse fan, because with Shiv showing top, that guaranteed that Ocean Dragon falling. Here comes the dog, though.
In they go. The Shurima Shuffle coming through. Rockboom taking a bit of damage, and oh no, this is the dive onto the farm. It's essentially 4v1. Killer Instinct comes through. They find the killer on Pain and Maker. Another kill going the way of Meme City Esports. And now they're looking for the outer turret in the bottom lane. We're not even 14 minutes in yet. Turret plates are still a thing, go for, you know.
Oh my god, and they already got the first tower in the top side, so this is icing on the cake. Because keep in mind, they got that dragon for free. They got a kill for free, and now they're getting all these tower plates for free. Look at where all this gold is going, though. It's going onto Spinning Axis Kai'Sa. And he is going to be such a late game threat once he hits that 2 evolution power spike here, Milky.
He's almost 2k gold up on a Rockboom. And Rockboom hasn't exactly played up badly. Also seeing a 1k gold advantage for Peanut Painmaker. Soulflare not going to be able to find his mark. No slow. Shifting sands out to safety for retail.
Oh man, and SlaughterHouse, you can see they're trying here, Milky, but they just haven't been able to get anything worth, except for that one kill. Like, in every other front, in every other fight, in every other instance, they have just fallen on the back foot here, and I don't know what they can do here, because it seems like they're doing their all, just not able to get anything whatsoever for their efforts.
So what is the way back in, you know, if you are a SlaughterHouse fan, what can you kind of hold on to as this way back for the Academy side?
First off, you have to shut down these carries. If you kill RE10, if you kill Spinning Axe, put them on the back foot here. They'll put your carries a little in front, let them scale up a bit themselves, then you can get to that late game Aphelios, then you can get to that late game AP Kog'Maw. That can be so scary to deal with. However, with how this current game is going, I don't know if they're ever going to get these picks off.
Picks are the name of the game for SlaughterHouse. Well, might be easier said than done, because when they do want the picks, and by that we are talking about SlaughterHouse, they don't have, you know, much CC to really start these picks, with the exception of the Gravitum for Rockboom and maybe the ultimate from Valley's Mordekaiser.
Oh, and it's just such a tough situation here for SlaughterHouse, because this is a very huge gold lead for this time in the game. 5k gold lead, 15 minutes in. 10% is usually the golden ratio of gold lead where it starts to get noticeable. But when you're a 25% gold lead, hold that thought. Bit of a gank in the mid lane. RE10 gonna Shurima shuffle right on out of that one.
Yeah, shifting sands away to safety as well. No spinning axes and rocking 200 years versus a Fed Kaiser. Fed Kaiser will win. Killer Instinct as well to safety. Flash on a Tovani had that ult available, and spinning axes was getting a little bit of a feeling of a deja vu.
Here's Shiv, though. There is the Predator.
The heal, Flash, a leap is available. Oh, the damage spinning. Oh, Flash Obliterate picks up the kill. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Kelly charges forward. That's one turret down. The TP was already used by Valley, so there is no way to come in to assist. The inner turret, though, surely will get taken down. Oh, the Shurima Shuffle was attempted, but will not work out.
And we just saw 3 people committed in that bot lane to take out a single AD carry. That AD carry was able to kill 2 of them, Milky. What happens in the mid lane? The other 4 members, they have that Rift Herald. They have that 4 to 2 person advantage. They pick up an easy turret in that mid lane. Actually, 2 turrets. I didn't see that mid lane inner go down. But that is just such a bad feeling if you're SlaughterHouse.
And some nice back reset times for the side of Mean City. Break up in 15 seconds. They're going to be in prime position to take their 3rd break of the game, the Ocean. We do have an Ocean Rift, so we've seen 3 different rifts or 3 different rifts tonight, which is nice. You know, nice bit of change of pace across the
Summoner's Hat Trick Rift, as we like to say in the biz.
A what?
Summoner's Hat Trick Rift. I don't know if it's a saying in the UK, but Hat Trick is a 3.
It might
be.
Maybe I just don't know.
I don't know. The UK has some wacky sayings compared to the US, and the US has some wacky sayings compared to the UK. Like, I use Nintendo as slang, and you're like, why are you talking about the restaurant there, mate?
I mean,
I don't know why I use an Australian accent to talk about English slang, but yeah.
I mean, next thing you're going to say is you don't know what Burger King is.
I at least know that. Like, it's not exactly the best burger joint in town. It's like a very solid D tier on the fast food tier list, but if I had nothing else to go to, I would at least relatively consider it if I had to get fast food.
See, over here in the UK, Burger King is like the most expensive of the takeaways. You've got your Subway, your McDonald's, your KFC. Burger King is the most expensive one, and I don't even think it's like amazing. I've never really gone to it because why buy a burger for like £8 when I could just buy it for £2 from KFC or McDonald's?
Yeah, because it's like, at that point, it's like, why not just go to a respectable joint and get, like, yourself a proper homemade burger that was just made on the grill and not one that's just, like, flipped by some person making minimum wage.
Do you have Five Guys in USA?
Oh, God, yes, I love Five Guys so much.
I've never had anything from Five Guys. Five Guys has been the place where me and my uni friends would go to, and we'd look at the menu and then we'd just laugh and talk about how cool we are.
In the US, it's not super expensive. If you're comparing it to other fast food restaurants, you're like, oh man, yeah, it's so expensive. But it's like, it's under like the other burger joints that are like, you know, the homely ones that you go into, it's like homemade. You go into Five Guys, you're like, you're at least getting your money's worth for it, the quality, and you get a little bit more because they also have those free Kinas, which I adore. Like, Five Guys, they're so beautiful. They top the tiers of burgers, shakes. I haven't tried their hot dogs, but I wouldn't be surprised if they top the other joints.
It's all about the milk.
Oh. Wait, you're a little biased. Your name Milky Seal. Shift, though, caught out. Let's see if he has the milkshakes to get out.
Oh, he does not have any milkshakes. He'll get shaken up. He'll be made into a milkshake. That's another kill going the way of Meme City. And, well, now they can just push it through in the mid lane. No split pushing from the side of Meme City. They want to do this. Oh, flash over the wall. Pillar of Ice comes through. Shurima Shuffle. And a physics will get taken down. So, oh my god, the Cathian surprise. That does some damage. AP Podmore, ladies and gentlemen.
That's with just one item. However, though, I mean, I'm surprised you didn't say this because you are the resident play-by-play, Milky. However, though, Meme City Esports saying, what's shaken after we were just talking about those milkshakes there, and they get themselves 2 kills. I'm surprised they haven't looked towards more objectives here. But the Baron has just spawned. That's how fast-paced this game has been going in favor of Meme City.
Oh, a fair bit of damage coming through onto It's the Afternoon. Also, I would like to point out, I think Re10 had his barrier up when he got taken down, and I guess he really did get an Icathian surprise to the face. He did not see that damage coming.
God. Like, because it's always a flat amount because the Kog'Maw passive is true damage based off of level. The only variable damage is the fact that since it is technically a spell, it does proc Leandres, it does proc that Ludens, and it can...
400, yeah.
I think it technically counts towards phase rush, however, if you do proc it, you're already dead.
I always thought that it had a fee scaling on the Icathian surprise, but there we go. That's fun with me play by Playcaster.
And I think it would be kind of interesting if they did that. I mean, it would also encourage some Kog'Maws to just go for the ARAM Karthus playstyle of inting extraordinaire. Fnatic Death Push being set up, though. I wonder if we do see this bait being taken.
Nope, it's not being taken because the side of me is that they don't care about the Baron. They want to go for the final Drake, which is in 30 seconds time. However, they have to be careful. Blank on the cards up for the side of SlaughterHouses. Team City, they slowly push through the bottom side of the map, and maybe we'll just be seeing the trade of objectives.
It would at least be something for Slaughterhouse. Sure, you give up that Cloud Soul, and that's bad. But you at least get the Baron. It gives you some time to stall out. But that Baron was aggroed. Re10 procs the comment. Might be looking for a little bit of engage here with that Shuriba shuffle.
And the Deathcaster comes through. Vadi looking aggressive, looking for something. Shiv turning up as Peanut Fan is all on his own in the realm of death. Wild Growth comes to flash forward, obliterate. Oh, the living artillery almost snipes down Peanut Fan, but he wouldn't be able to survive. 1 kill for nothing.
Still that unstoppable force.
There is indeed the Malphite ult still available, but no further chase from Slaughterhouse and Meme City. They make their way towards their fourth and final element to break the game.
And we might see the trade here, but it's also a question of, do they have enough damage to do this? Baron Shiv is going to drop so low, has to pop that fruit, and I don't think they're going to be able to get this in time. We already see 3 members from Meme City up here. Where's the fight? When is it going to happen? Actually, AFK is hunting down Rock Boom.
Yep, 200 years of experience is no match for a fastly moving rock. And another kill for Meme City. Maybe they could look for the Baron. Maybe they just push in Spinning Axes. He's got the potential to cut off her physic here. Indeed, he will. He goes in. The exhaust is big, but it doesn't matter. The damage comes through from Re10 instead. He gets the double kill, and this time no Icathian surprise, but there is a void surprise. But it's not going to be enough. Superstar Shia LaBeouf will not survive. And that is going to be, well, practically the ace. And now Meme City Esports, they look towards the Baron. And poof, the Baron is gone.
And we see how much this Slaughterhouse composition is struggling in these fights here. Like, we saw Valley try and engage with that Death Row, but one singular pillar from Peanut Fam completely blocks off that corridor. Means he isn't able to get that value. Means they aren't able to really do anything. And then we just see Meme City Esports go in, pick them off one by one, and even after they tried to get that objective trade, just not able to do it fast enough with how far behind they are. Very firm lead here for Meme City Esports, and honestly, it's their game to lose at this point.
And honestly, we talked about, you know, finding those picks of for Slaughterhouse, but if you're Slaughterhouse and you want to see... Oh my god, what is that killer instinct? Are you insane right now, Spinning Axes? I guess the answer is yes, because he finds the kill onto Valley somehow. Re10, he's not done yet. Look at the damage that the Shurima soldiers are doing. Re10 almost gets taken down with the living artillery, but... Oh my god, that was a nuts and a half. Oh. I think...
Nothing is going in the favor of Slaughterhouse right now, Milky.
No. And again, it kind of comes back to the fact that they need to find the picks, but they've got no way of finding these picks. I mean, who lands the CC? There is no consistent, there's no reliable CC for Slaughterhouse.
They just kind of have a little bit of a zero agency comp going on right now. They can't dictate the game's pace in any meaningful fashion, and when they're down this much, it is just curtains for them, I feel. It's just a matter of time. These Baron minions already hammering away at this base. That mid lane inhibitor already open. That top lane inner turret, not much longer for this world either.
Not much time left. We do have that Elder in 3 minutes. SlaughterHouse, they got the Elder Drake the last time it was available. That was back in game 1, and they're able to turn the game on its head. As Deathron comes through, it's a 2-on-1, but Killer Instinct comes through. Physics gets deleted, and Spinning Axe is not done yet. He'll back off. The Catherine Surprise, but does some damage. Actually, AFK still alive, was able to use the Unstoppable Force out to safety as the inhibitor will get taken down, and more aggression coming through. Painmaker gets deleted. The Catherine Rain picks up the kill. Descrosser comes through. Shurima Shuffle will be able to find something. It's the afternoon. Kiting stays alive, and another killer going the way. A Rock Boom gets taken down as well. That, ladies and gentlemen, shortly is game. Spinning Axes, takes so much damage.
Oh my.
310 picks up the kill. Mean City were unstoppable. They made one mistake, really. All series along. They take the game 2-1, and they beat SlaughterHouse, and they advance to the Upsurge Contenders League playoffs.
And I don't know what was more disgusting, this game number 3 we witnessed, or a 3-day-old moldy sandwich, because good lord, Meme City Esports just came out swinging in games number 2 and 3. Maybe their swings were a little misplaced in the game number 1, but you have to remember, before that unfortunate Baron fight, they were in lead. They had the tempo lead, but just had that one little throw. Games 2 and 3, we saw that early lead was warranted for a reason here, as they knocked SlaughterHouse out of the UCL playoffs.
Yeah, as you mentioned, SlaughterHouse out of the playoffs, but again, Meme City, even in game 1, they looked so clean. It was just that one fight that they took after the Baron, which, we both saw that. We had our head in our hands thinking, what on earth are you doing right now? And it just threw the game entirely. That one fight when the game was completely in their grasp. And then even in this fight, that crazy Killer Instinct, again, it could have been disastrous. And Meme City, I think, they are a really, really, really good team. Their objective focus and everything has been absolutely on point, but I just feel that there's a slight hint of over-aggression.
Yeah. But as we do wrap up this cast, Milky, who is your MVP? Because I think I have an idea of who you think it is.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
Peanut
think
Fan.
I have to agree. That's what is immediately coming to my mind, because Peanut Fan, this entire series, he dictated the early game. He was able to get those leads for his teams, and sure, game number 1, it didn't work out, but he still put in the work. He was the reason why his team was able to get that lead in all 3 games early on.
Yeah, and I think I said at the start of this game, even if the Slaughterhouse won, I would still give MVP to Peanut Fan, because honestly, he's plays, especially in games 1 and 2, I feel particularly so, were absolutely on point. I think he died, twice all series long? Something?
He didn't die in this 3rd game.
He didn't die in the 3rd game. I don't think he died in game 1. Maybe he did.
I think
game
he died
2.
times.
I don't know. I'd be interesting to see, but I think it's definitely under 5.
Either way, though, I know who I want to thank before we wrap up this cast. I do want to thank Nightly for helping us stream tonight. Any shout outs you want to give, Milky?
No, I agree with you. Big shout out to Nightclaw. We had a couple of technical difficulties, but we got through them. A nice and swift arenas. Been a pleasure to be here on Upsurge to bring you some playoffs for the Upsurge Contenders League. We'll be back here tomorrow for more playoffs, Upsurge Minor League, if I'm not mistaken. But that's all that we do have time for. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you haven't already, do make sure to hit up Upsurge with a follow on Twitch, maybe a subscription as well. And don't forget to follow on Twitter to stay up to date with everything Upsurge related. I've been Milky Cereal, joined by the wonderful Goferino. We'll be signing out. Stay tiltproof on the Rift, and good night.